Des from Aro-Tarot, and I'm in a different room. Mom's not home from work yet. My brother's in the basement. I don't feel like sitting in my room right now, so I'm sitting in the living room, which, as you can see, has a red tint everywhere. We have red curtains, and they make everything red. That's why you can't really do anything out here, but this looks so weird because it's red. I don't feel like sitting in my room, though. Okay, basically what this is it's kind of a couple days late because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do, and, like, if I wanted to do a video for it kind of thing, and also, like, then yesterday I had a bunch of schoolwork to do, like, rough draft of a paper, then another paper, which is basically a rough draft of the third part of my big paper, and I kind of just wanted to relax until I had to write them, because I'm that person that does everything last minute, so I do all of my schoolwork last minute. Like, oh, I only have, like, 5 hours to do, to write all of this. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll get it done. And I did. I had, like an hour and a half left. And that was literally me just kind of just sitting around doing nothing at certain points, too. So, yeah. So basically, what I thought, to kind of help me keep on track with, I don't know, motivation. I feel like if I say something to a camera, and post it, I'm more likely to do something. So I always see people, posting, oh, these were my favorites for the month, these are the decks I'm working with next month, and I'm like, cool. I was like, I feel like doing something like that might kind of motivate me to actually do something instead of just sitting in front of the computer playing video games, which I do a lot. Not right now. Right now I was actually watching a show. Yeah. Actually watching something instead. Which my show actually comes on tonight, so. But, yeah, so basically I thought that beginning of every month I kind of do a monthly draw. Because I never do that. I never do daily draws, and I never do daily draws because my sleep goes really weird. I basically cycle through normal sleeping, which is usually like me staying up to like 2:30 or 3, waking up like, probably around closer to like 11 or something like that. Like basically stay up a bit, wake up before noon. Then I start getting into a sleep thing where either I can't get to sleep or I accidentally stay up too late, and it goes to a cycle where I'm basically nocturnal. And I'm not even joking. I just sleep all day and I'm up all night. Literally like a vampire. And then after that, I basically go into a phase where I'm up all morning. And then I go to bed really early. Which is kind of now, although because the schoolwork kind of like woke me up, I think I'm back onto the normal sleeping time because, I don't know, not perfectly, but at least I'm not going to bed at like 8 p.m. like I was the last couple of days, so. I know, if I did that, I'd miss my show tonight, so can't have that happening. So, yeah, my sleep's always off, so I never really do daily drawings because sometimes I'm up in the middle of the night, and it feels weird to do a drawing in the middle of the night unless it's for, like, the next day. And then if you were to do one for the next day, and I don't know, it gets kind of weird. So, that and I usually forget. So, I was thinking about implementing and trying to do a monthly reading spread, and then just doing a weekly draw, because that'd be easier. And I did do one yesterday, and I'll share that when I do the monthly. So basically that's kind of like what this video is. It's also what decks I got the previous month, and if there's anything going on. So basically it's like a vlog. A monthly vlog to help keep me on track. Because if it wasn't for my schoolwork, I probably wouldn't know what day of the week it is. Oh, I mean, there's my show, but I'd probably be like, and then I'll be like, it's Monday, Des. And I'll be like, Lucifer's on. Okay, I'm coming out. So yeah. I don't know, that might have been the dog. We have 2 cats and a dog. Also, we get some more animals today, so I might add that in and like cut it in after we go and get them. Anyway, so I guess I'll start off with what decks I got last month. And I kept thinking I only got like 2, but I actually got 4. So the one that I got last, which I did a first impression unboxing video on, is Guardian Tarot, which I really like. I like it. It's really everything's red tinted. But yeah, I really like it. And what came in the mail today was I got some ink, so I'm gonna edge it, and it's a Stormy Sky. That's the color for distress ink. So yeah, I'm gonna edge it. And what's interesting is after I ordered this, I was looking through other decks because I realized she actually made a deck that I have on my wish list that I had been thinking about getting. I just don't feel like getting it right now. The I think you just still pronounce it blue, so it's Blue Cat's Tarot. And I'm wanting it, but I don't feel it right now. Like, it's not, like, I was like, give it like another month and then I should get it. But then I found one of her other decks, which is still available on Schiffer website, because I saw it on there, but like it's not available on Amazon or Barnes & Nobles anymore. And it's Tarot Leaves. And I ordered that on a seller on Barnes & Nobles. No idea when it's going to get here, just because, it says it should get here by at least the 22nd. and it's coming from like a place, usually if it comes from about that area, because it just happens to be kind of near where Barnes & Nobles sends their stuff from, it usually only takes like, I don't know, I feel like 4 days at the most. And that's usually because it gets stuck in one of the post offices for a day, because it's a big one. It's stuck in Pittsburgh for a day, I can't help it. I was actually surprised when like this one came, because I was like, oh, I was expecting it the next day, because it actually didn't get stuck in Pittsburgh for a day. So yeah, they're giving it till the 22nd, but it probably would get here sooner, I think. It's just obviously till the 22nd because everyone's wanting Christmas presents. So yeah, I ordered that deck. I guess that would be the next month's video. So then I forgot that I got this month. It felt like I got it in like October, but then I looked back on like decks. Like whenever I get a deck, I usually post about it on my Tumblr. And then I looked back and I'm like, oh, yeah, I did get this one in November because it took Dad so long to get me a birthday present. So I did get the Dreaming Way this year, this month. Yeah, this year. Most of my decks I got this year. And I love it. I didn't think I'd love it as much as I do. And I feel like I'm ignoring it just because I was using the Guardian Tarot, and now I almost feel like I should do this for the monthly draw, and I already decided what deck I was going to do for the monthly draw. Fine, I'll use this one for the monthly draw. I wasn't going to, but I guess I am. Because it's like, use me. Okay. I'm going to. Okay, I just won't use the Oracle, I'll use the runes instead. Okay, so then, Dad also got a deck on Wish for me. I didn't think I'd be able to read with it at all, and it gave a really clear deck interview reading, and I'm not getting, like, it has a voice, which, like, I didn't think that it would happen, because, like, he once got me a, my brother's up. He once got me, a dollar store deck, and I just couldn't read with it. It had like no voice, and this one's just freaking Wish deck, and I didn't think I'd be able to read with it, but it seems that I can, so yeah. It's the Animal Totem Tarot in English and Chinese. And the box actually isn't that bad. I had to tape it a bit because it got kind of messed up, but yeah, I wasn't gonna read with it. I still want to get, like, the Animal Totem Tarot with the book and everything, because it actually was on my to-get list, so I will end up getting it. Dad, I gave him a list, because I swear I'd given him one before, because, like, it's no holidays or anything, so you wouldn't expect, yo, I got you a deck just to get you one. You know, especially since he should be paying bills. Like, Dad, you kind of have a lot of bills to be paying. So why aren't you doing that? So just freaking buying me decks I don't ask for? I mean, the Dreaming, he got me that one, but he actually was at a store and he took a picture. He's like, are you interested in any of these decks? And I'm like, Dreaming Land. That's on my to-get list. I'm about one. So, yeah. Anyway, the next deck, which took the longest to get here because it didn't come from anywhere around here, which I did do a spread video with. I just haven't posted it yet. I have, like, what, 5 film I just haven't posted yet. And it's the Phantom of the Opera playing cards. Not tarot, but, you know, I can use it for divination. It's gilded. It's gilded. Got your 2 opera jokers. You got your 2 air jokers. And then all the face cards are characters. And the card stock's great. I love it. It feels so good. And the backs, like, yes. So those are the 4 decks that I got this month. And then also related to decks, my Nana sat down, she made some more bags. I'm supposed to be the one making the bags, but, because that's how I started doing it over at my other Nana's, because she was making me bags, and then she was like, you can make them, it's easy. And I'm like, okay, and I made like 2 bags. I'm like, I can do it, see? And then Nana Clark, like, she's that kind of person where she's like, I'll make them. Just, like, is this color string okay? Is this fabric that you brought over okay? And I'm like, yeah, and then she just makes them and brings them over. So for this time, she kind of made them too small, but it still fits playing cards. So she made a couple that are, it's purple, it's a purpley, soft velvety thingy thing. And then there was like 2 green ones. Also, speaking of decks, I have planned on making another tarot deck, and I was going to wait until I finished rereading the book, because it's been years since I read it. Like, even if I have a favorite book, I usually don't, like, reread it. I'm just not that kind of person. Same with movies. I have to, like, obsess over the movie in order to want to watch it, which basically is pretty much, like, Hunchback of Notre Dame or something. It's the same with shows. I don't really go and rewatch those. Even my favorite TV show, I have, like, the box sets. Like, I don't have I don't have the movies, but I have all the episodes. And do I rewatch it start to finish? No, I just kind of find my favorite episode and I just kind of watch it because they're pretty much standalone episodes. It's Batman the Animated Series. But yeah, so I was gonna reread it before I started, and I was just really confused on how I wanted to do the court cards because there's not enough characters per, like, to really, like, embody, like, each specific personality of the court cards. So I was trying to figure that out, and I had some of the majors planned out, but then I figured out how I wanted to do the court cards, because originally I was thinking kind of like So Below, where, like, each suit was a character, and it was more like their progression. And then I realized, maybe the kings are all a character, the queens are all a character, the knights are all a character, and then the pages are going to vary per suit. And then I ended up coming up with different names for the suits. And I did all that yesterday, like, while I was watching tarot videos. I just kind of have a bunch of tarot related videos, mostly from people I'm subscribed to. And I just kind of, while I'm playing games, while I'm just doing stuff, I kind of just watch tarot videos. But, like, then I was like, ooh, yes. And then I have, like, all the wand courts planned out. I know exactly what I want to do, and they're actually all going to link together, and it's going to be great. I was gonna draw the page of, like, just kind of, like, at least the image of the Page of Wands. And then I was like, no, this shoulder belongs to the King of Wands. So I ended up becoming the King of Wands, which is the King of Bows in it. And I freaking painted the whole thing before I did my thing. So I actually have a whole card done. But yeah, this is, I mentioned it on Tumblr too. So I figured I'd kind of just, yeah, mention this video. But yeah, that's the King of Bows. And it's, I literally was like, yo mom, you see where the inspiration was? And I literally told her that the kings are all supposed to be Eric. And that the bows, I was gonna go with the whole, like, oh, like the young Raoul, young Christine, and Daddy Di was the page. So if the king's Eric, like, what am I going for? You know, like, what's the theme? And mom's like, I don't know. I think she was really tired or something. I mean, she was up for a little while after that, but literally she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, I mean, look, he's got fucking wings. And she's like, yeah, like he's not an angel though, like he's like the devil. And I'm like, what are you on about? No, it's the angel of music. And she's like, oh. I'm like, Mom, I think you're overthinking things. But yeah, and then she's like, why is the wing all messed up? And I'm like, because I didn't really want them to look like actual wings. I wanted them to look kind of messed up. And then my brush was still wet when I started painting here, and I thought it looked cool, so I just kind of did this. You can see down here that, like, I kind of just put some black down there, too. Because I didn't want it to look perfect, and I wanted it to be dark and just, like, foreboding. And even the other wing has, like, it's not, like, cleanly painted, because I didn't want it to be cleanly painted. And then if you actually look, this was actually a mess up. I forgot to do the rest of the bow, the rest of the violin. But then I was like, no, that's perfect. Because, like, with that and the other wing, it makes you really question, is he really what he seems? Oh, I'm just, like, going poetic with my mistake now, because I don't feel like fixing it. Because it wouldn't be hard to fix, because it's in the white. But I'm like, no, that's perfect. I like how it is. It makes sense. So yeah, freaking doing that. So, was there anything else I wanted to talk about besides doing the thing? Okay, no, so my weekly card was, I drew the King of Cups, which makes sense with the whole what's happening today with getting new animals, because it's the King of Cups from Guardian Tarot. So it's kind of like, think of like the ancestors before, like, and then also the new generation. So it kind of makes me think about Skrit, and I'll probably burn some incense for him or something. And then as I get new pets, so yeah, that made perfect sense. Anyway, I guess I'll do a monthly one now. I'm not going to use the drinking way, but it's like, you got to use me. And I'm like, okay, I'll use ya. So I thought for a monthly spread, instead of just doing a single card, I thought also to, so I can use my oracle decks a little bit more, I thought I'd go with a theme. As generally an oracle, I'm going to use runes this time. And then 2 advice cards, which I was going to use oracle cards for, but now I'm going to use tarot, which is what I was going to do. It's going to be like 1 oracle card, 2 tarot cards for the monthly thing. I mean, I don't really do much, so I can't really go like too much in depth. It's like, what's the theme? How am I going to be feeling this month? You know, what's some advice, you know? And instead of doing what to look for and what to not look for, I'm like, I don't really do anything, so I feel like 2 just general advice cards, which could be both of those topics, would work better. So I'm just, oh, I was mentioning the ink earlier. Yeah, when I went off topic, when I got the tarot, when I ordered Tarot of the Leaves, I didn't see what the backs look like. I just saw what the fronts look like, and then I saw the back, and I'm like, that color of the borders is like literally like the color that I bought. Cool. I guess I'll ink edge that one too. That was a really weird laugh. I have no idea where that came from. Andy descends back to his lair. His room's in the basement. Okay, anyway, yes, that's perfectly shoveled. And then I'll go ahead and these runes aren't like your typical Norse like ones that you usually see. These ones I got on Etsy, and when I saw them, I'm like, I gotta have them. So like I kept looking, and I'm like, oh shit, I hope they don't sell out before I get some money. And there was like, I think maybe like 2 left at the time. Like I think she's still selling them. It's actually a place in PA, which is kind of cool. It didn't take long to get here. But yes, these were they're handmade, and they're the Greek alphabet oracle. So they're runes, but they're Greek alphabet instead. Okay, so for the theme of the month, I gotta use the booklet though. I drew Kappa, which for a quote it says, "To fight with the waves is difficult. Endure, friend. Your best course is to endure with courage, or to retreat and regroup until the time is better." Okay, so my theme is shit is gonna be kind of a bit difficult, but I could do it. And if I can't do it, it's just fine if I, do it a bit later. Okay, so that's what the theme is. Kappa. And then advice cards. I've got the Chariot and the Knight of Wands. Wow, this is really fitting with the theme. I can see you wanted me to use you, Dreaming Life. So Chariot is, I feel like it's literally like, no, don't retreat. Just freaking go for it, because you can do it. Same, I got a Knight. Like, literally, like the Knight. Just go. You can do it. You got this. And I feel like with the Wands, and I feel like this is probably pulling more on the creativity. So, literally, what I mentioned earlier, I was like, I just went and just painted one of the cards. Wow, I wasn't expecting that to happen. I guess this month I'm gonna be getting artsy, and I should just go for it. I already know I do have to do a drawing for my Nana for Christmas. Papa's like, yo, you kids, I'll give you some money if you draw a picture of Nana and Elvis. So yeah, so I gotta do that. But I guess with the deck, I guess I should just go for it, because I want to finish at least the courts for the boats, because I know what I want to do. And especially now, with this style, I kind of really want to do a simple style, especially since I'm such a perfectionist. If I did anything more complicated, I'd probably be like, no, this isn't good. Simple style, it's a little bit easier for me, especially, I don't know. I mean, I like how this came out, and I didn't really do much. And actually, I think the reason I like it so much, even though it's not really perfect, because I use really shitty paintbrushes, and I just kind of grabbed whatever paint was around. I was like, I don't want to paint. Here's some paintbrushes. Here's some paint. I'm just gonna get to it. But yeah, I guess what I should do is I should just go for it. Just freaking do it. Okay. This video's longer than I want it to be. I want it to be like 15 to 20 minutes. Each one will probably only be like 15 to 20 minutes. I don't really do much, so I'm just talking a bit more, especially since I had to explain what these videos are. So. Lastly, I'm gonna see what decks I want to work with more for the month, because like, I mean, Christmas isn't until the end of the month, so I got a while for those. But like the last couple of days, I'll probably be working with those decks. But working with, it's more so of probably using for the weekly, and then more so I want to try journaling some more, because I never freaking do it, and I need to do it. Des, you should level up your Black Mage, and while you're waiting for those long dungeon waits, you just write about the cards. So I want to write at least a little bit about. I do want to write about probably the Guardian Tarot. Dreaming Light's literally like, what about me? Maybe. And then Tarot Leaves. If it comes sooner, I'll write about that one. But I guess I'll probably focus on these two, because this one I've been like, yes, to. And this one, because I just pulled it out, is like, yes! So, I guess I'll be writing about those ones. So, yeah, I might add a bit later, depending on if I want to share the the new children come into the family, the new pets. This video's way too long. But yeah, I just thought monthly blog things, so I'll end it here, and then I'll just cut in right at this moment, right now. I got them. I got 2 guinea pigs. I wanted to get more rats after mine died, but they aren't selling rats anymore. Like, no places are selling rats anymore. It's kind of annoying. So I got 2 guinea pigs because I heard that they're best together. So I got a brown fluffy one. He's really shy. I named him Alistair. And I got a black one, and I named him Eric. So yeah, cut back into me ending. But yeah, so monthly things. This is the first one. Don't know what I'm gonna call them yet, but yeah. Anyway, this was Des from Aro-Tarot, and I am logging.